Sam Wilson really leading the charge.
Yeah,
for
Lachlan Wilson, Lachlan Payne, the young fella who's directing traffic around the half there, the ruck. Help me, just scored the try. Yeah. He's been exceptionally busy. Manurewa really probably been stifled with ball, yet to see them fire a couple of shots. And let's hope, the second half, that sort of, momentum maybe swing their way a wee bit as we get ready for the kickoff.
Yeah, the defence has been really good, Manurewa, and I think that's probably their way back into this game. If they can make a couple of dynamic plays on defence, maybe look to create a turnover or two, they can quickly find their way back into this match. 25 to play. It's the SAS College Rugby League competition brought to you in partnership with Hayden and Rollitt, and it will be Manurewa to get us back underway with Westlake first use of the footy.
Yeah, I think it'd be fair to say too, Westlake have dominated in field position, probably had a glut of the ball. There was a number of back-to-back sets that they've had. As the kick goes deep, and here come the Swans.
And here is that man, Wilson, well contained that time. You can see Manurewa are really fired up defensively, obviously keen to make a difference. There's a player gone down in back play there, may have just copped a little bit of friendly fire. Good carry there from Saleh Apulo. Dag at dummy half, jumps out, steals a few metres and then finds a bigger body. Gets taken out in back play. Dag's not happy about it. Play on is the call from our referee. Ball comes loose. Surely there was multiple defenders on the tackle that time. Play on is the call. Maybe they dropped off in time. 10 short of the line now, Manurewa. I said it before. Maybe a turnover can get them back into this match. A golden opportunity now. The visitors on the attack. This is the 4, Tuilimu. Uilisi will go close here, will Peter. Just short of the line. Papani at dummy half. He was a standout in the first half for Manurewa. The ball goes out the back. That's a shocking pass. And now Dag into a little bit of open space now. Yellow jerseys coming across. Dag's looking for a faster player. It links up with his fullback. Eventually they're up over halfway. Brilliant stuff from Westlake, boys. But a terrible ball out of dummy half, which...
Bad play the ball.
And you're right. Hatch ends up with the knock-on. Latu lets him know about it. And a 1 minute probably both teams would rather forget there. Papani throws the ball to the opposition out of dummy half, and then Keaton Hatch just forgets how to play the ball. And at the end of it all, we'll have a scrum packed down. It will be a Manurewa feed.
Yeah, I think they're just starting to get a roll on, and it was probably, I'd already played the ball before it actually done it, because dummy half was wanting to offload the runners coming on. But that opportunity goes begging as Rewa now feed the scrum. Showing a wee bit of strength there, the Manurewa player.
Indeed. Hatch involved, looking to make amends defensively. Latu plays short at the line. There's a good carry forward. Space on the left edge now. Tuilimu.
Just lost a bit of footing.
Right, comes centre field. This is Katoa, their best forward in the first half. Papani at dummy half. Goes to his right, looks up with Timai. It's messy again, and it's a knock-on.
Shame.
So scrum to pack down. 3 minutes gone in the second half. It's Westlake in control right now, but some promising signs early in the second stanza for Manurewa. So ball goes in, and they'll get straight back to it via Tomaniko, a try scorer in the first half, the first try of the game, with a nice finish in the corner. There's the other try scorer, Dag. Now they're going to move the ball on here. It's messy. It breaks down. And I'm not sure we've had a completed set in the second half, Troy. All of a sudden the errors are coming, and you're quite right, just forcing the issue too early in the set.
And I think they're trying to play up-tempo, both teams are. Just need to maybe slow it down a little bit, have a bit of patience on the ball. Opportunity now for Manurewa to maybe build a bit of pressure here. They're in the right part of the field as they step out of the mai. Yep. It's the sound of our roof.
Scrum packs down and Uelisi will break straight through.
Oh, and the big finish.
Diving finish at the end of it, and it all happened so quickly. I'd looked down to my team list notes and looked up to see Peter Uelisi had broken free. Spectacular finish on the end of it, which will make nice viewing in the replay, and a little dance celebration as well. So making the most of it. But a spectacular play from Peter Uelisi, who has been one of Manurewa's best, and this time just carves straight through the middle.
And let's watch the SAS Sporting replay. Fed straight from the base of the scrum. Can't help but think they were going in for a set play, but just a nice little step off the right foot there, and they were just hanging off him. And from there, it was pretty well clear sailing. A little bit of work to do, but that's the finish. That's Scottish Rugby League all over it. Well done. Now we might get to see the dance move too, just quietly, Corey.
One can only hope.
It's called, what's it called? Is it called the Marlin?
Kicker's good in the background. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point ball game. Half an hour gone.
Might be shaping up for a big finish here. And look, he's keen to get back on onside. As got my head out the roof now, mate. Here come the Westlake boys getting back to get ready for the kickoff. Everyone's in position, ready to rock and roll.
And someone in the crowd here is bound to have their smartphone out taking a photo of us, and I very much look forward to that emerging on social media. If you have got a photo of us in our little
good. You've just
here,
told them to go and do that. Good on you.
tweet us on Twitter, tag us on Twitter, and Troy and I can put this one in the memory bank as a fond day at the College Rugby League in our mai. We may not bust this one out again for the rest of the year. I dare say our setup here may be a little different next time. But pleased to be bringing you the action nonetheless. Back to it we go, and it's a high one as the sun starts to set here at Westlake, and watch Manurewa fire up now.
3 defenders in the tackle. Good, strong carry. One off early.
Amosa, the fullback. It goes over the top. It's called forward. Looks too good to be true. Ruled that way. And handover ball there. And once again, guilty forcing that issue. I can't put the error. See in the background there, Hugh McGann, who I think runs rugby at
he
the
runs
school.
Sporting Academy here, I
Sporting
think.
Academy.
Across both codes, I believe. But yeah, as point man for the rugby department.
New Zealand Rugby League great, of course, Hugh McGann. So ball comes out, and they will work it forward via Finau Payne. He's been heavily involved today. Panton.
Oh,
Ankle tapped and fell awkwardly into the contact. Let's hope he gets up okay. Is going to. That could have been messy for a moment there. Jensen goes to the line, looking for an offload. There was no one there. They'd all overrun it. Dagenau is the dummy half. Watch for his run. Jumps out and then links up with a bigger man. This is Simon Filo.
strong.
Centre field, options left and right, and tackles up their sleeve. It will go to Wilson. Wilson with the little goose step, and then eventually taken to ground. And involved in the tackle was Latu from Manurewa, who's got through a fair bit of defence. Parsons dribbles the kick in behind. There's bodies there, but I think it's fielded by Manurewa, and this should be 6 again. Restart via a dropout. At least I think that will be the call. And looking that way, so a really good set that time from Westlake. And Troy, they've just got a nice balance right now. A couple of strong carries in the middle, and then some real class on the edges.
Yeah, and what I'm really impressed with the Westlake boys is that each and every one of them, when they're coming to the line, they've got great footwork. They're making the defenders second guess. They've got a ton of speed. Real interesting team to watch. They're got a wee bit of talent across the park.
So fresh legs on the park now in the shape of Sione Vai. will miss out Panton that time and carry himself. That's Tomaniko. Westlake looking to remain the pace setters in this competition as Dag again pokes his nose through. One of their better players last year and again this year, looking very impressive. They burrow from short range. Dag says we'll go centre field to Parsons, who gets cleaned out in back play.
Great hit.
Ball comes loose. Latu picks it up. And we go again, but poor old Parsons. He'll be feeling that one for days. Big contact there, all legal though, and plown is the call from the referee. Manurewa now working this ball forward. 4 points is the difference. 34.5 gone here at Westlake boys. Katoa takes a settler. Papani involved in there. Well,
They're shaped up here on the left too, the Manurewa boys.
Latu juggles. Ends up in the hands of Westlake.
And stolen. Play on. No.
Ooh.
Oh, there might be a bit of a Hollywood there. The referee's not looking at it. Second player went in to sort of act as acting support. But that's all blown out. And the scrum will now reset. Or at least pack in.
And Wilson's theatrics there, they were that good. I think he tricked his teammate who rushed over to his aid, and they had to remind him, I'm all good. So scrum packs down, and out they come again. Manurewa was so quick off their line. Tuuana is the dummy half. Payne moves the ball centre field. Panton with that little change of direction. He's been really good today as the loose forward. He's got through plenty of work on both sides of the footy. Dag now jumps into dummy half, finds Wilson, and that ongoing battle with his opposite number, Katoa, continues. Katoa gets the better of him that time.
Oh, I was just about to say, Dag's been dangerous on the dart out of the dummy half. Can't get any more D's in there, Corey.
Sione Vai taking the ground. Dag will move ball centre, or to the left I should say. It's messy. It's taken a couple of deflections there, and at the end of all that, we may get play on Westlake ball. We will.
Yeah.
So Parsons finishes up on the footy, and Westlake will continue to attack. Latu looking to make a statement in defence. Burrowing towards the line is Tomaniko. Panton, hard and straight. Great defence though, Latu. Jansen holds it up. Jansen puts his nose through a little gap. Wade Jansen, I think he's over here. Yes, he is. Wade Jansen looked up, created just a little half gap, and it was enough to go through and score Westlake's third try of the match.
Great to see this on the SAS Sporting Apparel action replay. Good centralising run here. Great defence though. Stopped him in his tracks. Trying really hard to get up to play the ball. Looking for some ruck speed here. Dag offloads. And as Corey said, he hesitated with the dummy, just held a couple of defenders up. Nice little turn of speed. Had a wee bit of work to do too to get across the line. Carries one in and try, and you can see at the end of that he's really happy with that one. And referee chirps the whistle as we wait for the kick to come. And sun now beaming right into our camera lenses, hence why we'll get to see a wee bit of, that's nice, just changing the camera angle. And I don't mind telling you, Corey, as the sun starts to drop, it's getting a little bit chilly. We should have got a heater for our little bye-bye.
Parsons.
Oh,
and, well,
sliced it in. Yep.
aggressive little curl on it, but goes over, and we're back to a 10-point ball game. It is Westlake boys who lead 16-6.
Good strong crowd here today, sitting around us. Going to get one of them to help us hold the roof. Once again, big thank you to Hayden Rollett, the associated sponsors, along with SAS Sporting Apparel. Big deep kick. Here we come.
Wilson winds it up. Copped a high shot that time. Play on is the call. Some of the contact really ramping up now as we enter the final 11 minutes. Dag to Wilson. In fact, this is the 17, Matapol. A few boys in headgear out there, getting a little confusing. Here's another one of them, Vai. Just short of halfway now, Westlake. They get to their kick, a high one. The sun not a factor, and taken cleanly by Amosa.
Some of the Manurewa boys still getting back on side. Good D. Swarming in.
Papani jumps out of dummy half. Steals 10 metres. Patrick Tuilemu, the Papatoetoe under-16s player, plays for the Vulcans under-16s as well.
Okay, now.
Papani gets put on his back by Dag. Wow, some of the battles between the opposite numbers today, outstanding. High one now down to the wing, which is allowed to bounce, loose ball.
It's gone back to, no, he's knock on back.
So this will be Rewa ball, I think. We don't have the referee mic'd up. In fact, Troy, you're quite right. It will be a knock on both ways, I think, is the end call. And Kiarden Hatch to play the ball.
Yeah, the ref indicated he was going to zero count it, but too many bobbles on the action. Is there enough time?
Well, 8 minutes to go. Manurewa will need to find something a little more dynamic in attack than what they've shown so far, but it is college rugby league. Anything can happen as Hatch takes the ball forward and takes some punishment as well. Jonathan Latu, who has been excellent and unbeaten teams so far. Hint of a high shot, play on the call, and I think that is the right call. Just short of halfway. Test for Amosa. Takes it cleanly. Had a tough time under that high ball in the first half, but has been good in the second, and now goes to the outside. Just manages to stay in the field of play, and a little slap in the end of all that. Play on is the call. And big contact.
Ref blowing
Going to get a penalty that time, so this will help Manurewa. A kick for touch.
Multitasking, Corey.
Katoa takes that one. Hasn't Dag been excellent defence? For one of the smaller men on the park, so tough. Billy Makaia. Centre field, they come now, Rewa. Flat ball at the line, up out.
Great D.
Left they'll go again, and it breaks down.
Great scramble of defence there by the Westlake boys.
They threw so much at them that time, Manurewa. It was a brilliant ball, and I didn't catch the number that threw it. but breaks down in the end, and it's play like that which suggests this game's not quite over just yet. With 10 points to the gap and 6 minutes to play, the message for Westlake will be a simple one. Complete your sets, get to the kick, and we win the game. As Manurewa will no doubt look to make a couple of plays on defence here. Watch for their line speed straight off the scrum. They'll be keen for it here, Manurewa, as the ball takes an age to come out. What's the call? Do it again.
It's like little meerkats. Put their heads out the top of the roof as the incoming choppers arrive.
And we almost could have had a third camera today, Troy, on our little my here, just watching the entertainment. Little box in the corner of your screen there, watching us peeping around. Westlake now work the ball forward. This is via the number 10. It's Caden Tolua. Dag jumps out, links up with one of the wide men. They screen down the line. There did Manurewa, and it's created a little half gap for Payne. Steals about 25 metres by the end of it. He's still not finished. Eventually taken to ground, 10 short of halfway. 5 to play here in the SAS College Rugby League. It's Westlake in control as Panton bumps the ball forward, and another good carry. The forwards really coming into their own here in the closing exchanges for Westlake. Good line speed and closes Parsons down.
Stepped him.
Hatch will kick the ball. Bounces into touch, and that's a really good set. Professionally done that time from Westlake. March downfield and then put that ball into touch. Still chew off another 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And they are that much closer to victory.
Yeah, both centres have had a great day for Westlake boys, haven't they?
They have indeed, particularly like Finau Payne, who's been involved in everything. He's gone looking for work. So they need points on this set if they are to be any chance you would think here, Manurewa High School. Starts with a good carry from Tamarua.
Strong D there.
Vili Makaya. Centre field they come. All or nothing time for Rewa. What have they got? Papani jumps out of dummy half. He had Katoa looming on his shoulder. Opted not to use him, comes up with the error.
Bubble.
And that should be the game. The crowd here at Westlake know it as well. Applause all round.
This is College Rugby League. Don't be surprised to see a field goal from there.
Trust you've enjoyed the coverage today. Do tune in again, I should say. We are live from Mangere East this Saturday. Yeah. Under 18 curtain raiser between Mangere East and Mount Albert, and then the big one. And I'm looking forward to this one. Mangere East up against Point Chevalier. Point Chev on the second half resurgence, and a Mangere East team loaded with talent. Probably haven't gone the way they would have hoped this year, but ensured themselves of safety with victory last week, and they'll be keen to put in a good performance as we head into the second round in the competition proper. Katoa there leading the charge, makes good first up contact on Panton, who's just about been best on park for his team today. Dag then gets ragdolled to ground, and there's a player down in back play. Now, he's called time off, but there's no time off in College Rugby League as far as I'm aware for these incidents. So
he's not looking happy. Looks like he might have sustained a leg injury there, and just while that's getting dealt to, also the weekend's back-to-back as well, Corey, with the Women in League action on the Sunday.
Yep.
And we'll be live streaming 3 matches on that day, and that's brought to you by Farrelly Photos. And if you're down, it's team photos coming up towards the end of the year. Get hold of Mike Farrelly, and you'll be able to do that through farrelly.co.nz and have professional team photos, made affordable for your team players.
very much looking forward to the feature match that day, Mount Albert up against Papakura, and there will be a number of players who would be unlikely, I would think, given their involvement in the Kiwi Ferns Whetu Samoa game the night before. But hopefully we'll get to see one of our own roll out for Mount Albert.
Oh,
Mary
the juggernaut.
Pussy.
Yes, Mary Pussy coming back in off the bench, and she'll have to put in a wee bit of a showing. I saw her Friday night game up against Manurewa, and the Manurewa Wahine was at Mount Albert on Friday. Night game too, and the park was looking fantastic there for all the Lion fans. And, yep, she got a couple of strong carries in and a couple of tackles and then moved to sweeper roll. Anyway, back to the action here. And I think you'll see they'll be quite happy just to grind the clock off now.
Well, you would think so, but to coin your phrase, it is the College Rugby League.
Back to the field goal.
Wilson. Papani does well to limit his yardage on that one. In fact, it'll be negative yardage. Wilson's having a chuckle. Fair enough when you sit on a 10-point lead. They get to a kick, and it's a good kick as well, which finds grass and then cleaned up by Amosa. Brings the ball back, brings it back well, and he's recovered well from a forgettable first half, really, where he had a couple of drops, but has been really good in the second spell. And we're going to have...
Offside.
Correct. So Manurewa not prepared to give up just yet. Dag goes low. They are about 25 short of the line. Papani jumps out of dummy half, links up with the big man on the edge.
Good strong carry too.
Takes them up to within about 5. Papani jumps out. Space on the right side now. Miracle ball popped in over the top. But we're going to need a check here. Referee goes to the spot. This is going to be called a try.
Great try.
Manurewa are in for their second, which gives them just a glimmer of hope. And it'll be interesting to see the replay here. It looked like a brilliant ball to come out for the try assist. But they'll want to get things moving pretty quickly here and give themselves one more set to try and force a draw or perhaps even victory.
And just as we have a quick look at the SAS Sporting replay, little vertical sidestep there onto the big centre who was hitting the ground and just managed to get that ball up beautifully. And try time, it's on the post there, and the referee's on the right side of the ledger. He was on that side of the field when he called it. So
classy offload in the lead up to it, and I think the kick missed. It was while the screen was still up.
Well, we could ask the crowd. So the referee's blowing the chirp on the wasting time, so he's hurrying them up for the kickoff. There's going to be at least another carry. Was the kick good? Kick away. Thank you.
So 10 the gap. By our clock, we're all finished, which should signal that we're not far at all away from the match manager's clock. I don't think we'll be too far out.
So we've got to go the length of the field and convert the goal.
Hail Mary time. Here we go. No siren yet. So in the meantime, they can work this ball forward. There is that siren. And they need to desperately get this one free. That's going to be the game. Westlake Boys High School win this one 16 points to 10 over Manurewa High School. A high-quality game to kick off our coverage of the SAS College Rugby League this year. And Westlake deserving winners in the end. Some real standout performers for them. And they get the job done to continue to be one of the pace setters in this competition.
Righto, don't go too far away, ladies and gentlemen. Corey Rosser is going to catch up with the two captains down there just to get a wee bit of insight in regards to their views on today's match, what went right and what went wrong. And just as we wait for that to happen, just to recap the live stream matches that will be on this weekend. Saturday, 12:20 under-18s game. We have Manurewa East Hawks up against Mount Talbot, and that will lead into the main clash of the day for the last of the qualifying rounds. Manurewa East Hawks will be hosting the Mount Albert Lions. Sorry, Point Chevalier, my mistake, Point Chevalier Pirates. And looking forward to that clash. As we see Corey now and the CTAS cameraman heading out onto the park, and they'll be catching up. Not long after that match on the Sunday, we have 3 live matches in the Women in League round, and we'll be celebrating their efforts with, just bear with me a moment, with 3 live matches. And the main game, as you heard for that one, will be Papakura up against Papakura Sisters, I believe, up against the Mount Albert Lionesses, and we'll be looking forward to that. Okay, getting ready now to cross to the field.
All right, we're now joined by Jaden
And
Dagg,
Corey
captain of
and
the
interview.
Westlake team. Well, Jaden, a tough game. What do you think was the key difference that got you the win today?
Yeah, no, following that loss last week, the boys came back to training. We worked on our weaknesses and we just executed our plays. Credit to Manurewa, they pulled a strong game. The boys just regathered at half time and finished off strong.
What did you make of the performance of your forward pack? Some big carries from a few of the boys today. Must be nice playing with some of those big men in the middle.
Yeah, no, it's good. The forwards really held that platform for us, and we did have one of our staff props out, but the other boys just pulled through and carried strong and hard.
Mate, Westlake's always been a fairly good rugby league school, but this year a genuine title contender. I mean, you must be really happy with how things are going.
Yeah, 3-1 now. Got the loss, but last week. But yeah, looking good for the future.
And obviously some good team harmony there, as we've just seen. You guys are all getting along pretty well.
Yeah, no, most of us are the last year of school. We're just having fun and playing hard.
Excellent, Jaden. Thank you for joining us, mate. Congratulations on the year so far, and all the best for the next few weeks.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes our coverage here from Westlake Boys. We're back in action on Saturday with the Under-18s match and then the SAS Foxmore Premiership game live from Mangere East. We'll see you then.
Oh my
Some
dear.
of the hits in this one. Here.
Love the college rugby league.
Williams again leading the way. Murray getting involved as well. They come back towards the middle of the park. And oh, guess what? Another big hit. Knock on, so what a hit there.
Love the college rugby league.